Hello and welcome to this latest instalment of a prediction video. It's Swansea against Manchester United. Obviously the fixture early on in the season, first game of the season, Swansea actually won. Rooney scored in that one, I think Sigurdsson, and I don't know who else scored, but yeah, Manchester United probably the favourites with their form getting better. And I've seen Van Gaal saying in the week that his like all the players are getting back to full fitness, so he's close to picking his best starting 11, so you'd expect them to put Swansea away today. But Swansea are a good side, and after losing the likes of Bonnie but they've brought in Jack Cork as well, so you know they're a strong side still. But without Bonnie, obviously they've struggled to score goals. Bafétimbi Gomis just don't really have the quality, so I'll predict a Manchester United win or a draw. I could see a draw happening because obviously it's at the Liberty Stadium. Man U not been the best away from home this season. So yeah, anything could happen really. I mean, that's what's so exciting about Man U really, because they are just so unpredictable. They can play alright or they can just play terribly. And even when they do play badly, sometimes they just seem to win. But Swansea, Gary Monk in charge, he's done really well there, so obviously you can imagine Swansea getting some kind of result out of it. So I'll predict like a 2-2 draw or something like that, because obviously Manchester United just seem to leak goals, but they can score goals as well. So I'm going to say a draw today. In real life, obviously not on this game, but I'm not sure what the score is. But what was I going to say? Can't remember. But obviously Man U heading into this one, third in the league, 1 point above Southampton I think, and then there's 1 point between Southampton and Arsenal, so really they could drop into 5th or even probably 6th, because I think Tottenham are in 6th at the moment. So you know, it's quite tight from 3rd, 4th down to 6th, and then I think West Ham are like 7th or something like that. But Leon Britton gets an early goal here as Manchester United found themselves 1-0 behind. It's a shocking start for United, and look at the away fans there just sitting down. But obviously the home fans very happy with that. It's a tidy finish actually. I know it's an open goal, it's right in the bottom corner, and yeah, so whether that's a shock or not. Obviously this is featuring CHJGaming again. I've done a prediction video before. We were going to do more, and I was going to put a video up of the Europa League match between I can't remember who it was actually, but he was going to put that up. He did actually put one up on his channel, but that one messed up as well, so he's had to delete it. So we've had quite a few problems over the past week or so with putting videos up, and I've decided as well just to do one video a day, because I really can't be bothered to just do loads. It's boring, and you know, I just rather enjoy doing them than just putting them out for the sake of putting them out, because I know that not many people are watching them, and you know, I may as well just do it for the fun. So I've got obviously the NFL series is still going, but I'm doing that a bit more sparingly now, because I'm finding that a bit boring now. So I might do like videos with like 3 or 4 games in, rather than just the one block of highlights, and just like have a few like touchdowns and stuff, and whether I win or lose, you know, how the team's doing and everything. So that's on the NFL side of things, if you are keeping up with that series. If you're not, go and check it out. There's 9 episodes up already, so yeah, they're only 5 minutes long each, so they're easy to keep up with. And also the release of my I'm doing some career mode videos with West Ham. I think that's 3 episodes up, so I probably won't put another career mode video up today or franchise video. I'll just do this one, put this up, and have that done for the weekend. Sorry, just this done for today, and then obviously Sunday probably do an NFL video. So I've not done one of them in a couple of days now, so if anybody is waiting for them, then I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so let's just head back into the game. That was just a bit about my videos. I really can't be bothered to put loads of them out just for the sake of chucking them out, because that's what it kind of feels like I'm doing, and you know, it's boring. So obviously Luke Shaw on the left here, looking to get a ball in. Herrera brought down, it's a penalty. Under Herrera. And look at that, as Ki Sung-young, he's got his stud showing. Obviously one of the purchasers on my West Ham career mode. Fabianski's going to have to keep out Robin Van Persie. And just see how this one goes. As Van Persie steps up, puts a lot of power on it, but it's in the back of the net. Van Persie equalises. Could see him scoring today in a game like this. He has a decent record against Swansea, I think. When I say a decent record, I don't know, but he scored a very good goal on the opening day of the 2013-14 season, where he just sort of got it on the edge of the box, and that was at the Liberty, and he just blasted it in. David Moyes' first game in charge. Obviously things just haven't gone right for him, but be interesting to see if Man U go at 5 at the back as well. I think I've gone 4 at the back on this, with Rojo and Jones, and then obviously Shaw and Raphael or Valencia. I can't remember which one. Oh, it's Valencia who's playing right back, and he fouls Taylor there. So Swansea get a free kick. Swansea probably will be strong from their set pieces, obviously with Sigurdsson standing over the ball, whereas Manchester United, I mean, Di Maria just hasn't been doing it recently. I don't think he's just been struggling for any sort of run of form, and people are like pointing that out because obviously they paid a lot of money for him. Saw something today actually in the news about the reason Xabi Alonso and Di Maria left Real Madrid, and obviously two massive players. Obviously any club would love to have them, and Xabi Alonso has said that the reason that he, well, probably, I mean, he said that you know, a lot of players put the work in, for example, Di Maria and Alonso, but they don't get the praise for it as much. I mean, Xabi Alonso is such a good midfielder, and he probably doesn't get the praise he deserves, and he was criticised quite a lot for slowing the play down for Real Madrid and all that, and it was such a good counter-attacking side. I mean, Xabi Alonso, to be fair, I suppose there is some criticism to be made, but for Bayern Munich, I mean, you can't fault him because obviously he's been doing brilliantly for them. And Di Maria, he was great at Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid fans loved him as well because they were really sad to see him go, but obviously James Rodriguez came in, they've got Bale, you know, there's I mean, I think James Rodriguez is younger, and you know, a lot of people are saying James Rodriguez isn't as good as Di Maria, but he's already scored more goals than what Di Maria did for the whole of last season, so that's something. And obviously, you know, I mean, you can't really fault Di Maria because although he didn't have the best World Cup, he's still an amazing player, won the Champions League, obviously with a great side, but he was obviously a massive part of that. And I don't think he can, but then again, I just think Real Madrid, obviously they're just a team full of stars, so like, who are you going to praise? I mean, it's Ronaldo, and you know, it's Ronaldo, and that's it pretty much. He just scores all the goals. So do the other players deserve the credit that, you know, because I don't know, but I can see why a player would move for the you know, for the star, be the star man like Alexis to Arsenal and whatnot. Although there's been rumours of him being unsettled and not very happy. Arsene Wenger's come out and said that he's not himself recently, which is quite a shock, to be honest, because he's been on great form for them this season. But I just think that's adding pressure to yourself, especially if Xabi Alonso does say that, you know, and that's adding more pressure to Di Maria, who's not doing that good at Manchester United. So, you know, I'd rather, personally, if I was a really good player, I mean, you would want the recognition, but when you're playing with Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, you just got to be grateful that you're playing with two of the best players that's ever, you know, played the game. So, you know, in my opinion, I think I'd be happy with just being a good player and a player in the squad that everyone sort of likes, but nobody considers the best. But, you know, I mean, I just think, obviously, it's just the footballers' personalities, and, you know, I can understand any footballer wanting to be the star man, like Rooney at Man U. When he wanted that massive contract, he was unhappy and wanted to leave to Chelsea that time. And well, I don't know if he wanted to leave, but Jose Mourinho wanted him when he first came to Chelsea. And you know, there's been a lot of transfer talks for in and outs of Manchester United, and obviously Real Madrid are a big part of that with De Gea possibly moving away. I don't know whether that will happen, but I suppose if it does happen, it'll be might be in the summer. I mean, Man U are really wanting to get a contract, obviously signed. But if they could get Bale, I don't think anybody would want Bale at Manchester United, given the players that they have. I think that would be a waste of Bale's. Not Bale so much, because obviously he's going to get into the team, but players like Januzaj, who's a fringe player at the moment, and he's a really good player. But you know, Van Gaal has said that, well, there was talks of Januzaj going out on loan, obviously, and you know, it'd be a shame to see him go out on loan, because it's players like when Courtois was out on loan at Atletico Madrid for 3 seasons, and Chelsea were, you know, they were in danger of losing him really, because he wanted to move. He was allowed to play against them in the Champions League, so it almost was like he was pretty much an Atletico Madrid player. But obviously he's at Chelsea now, doing really well. Had a great performance midweek as well against PSG. PSG really put the pressure on, but managed to get out of that with a draw. They did well to get that draw, Chelsea. But again, like, and going back to Manchester United, obviously there's so many talks of them selling players and buying players. I think that's probably unsettled the squad, to be fair. I mean, you know, you don't get that at Chelsea, like players going out and in. I mean, Schürrle, obviously, all that just kind of happened quickly, rather than like De Gea, will he move, will he not? And obviously they're star players, so they won't want to sell him, so there's going to be talk and everything else, but there's just not been that kind of talk at Chelsea and stuff like that, so maybe that has some kind of impact on the season. I've never actually thought of that, but you know, you can imagine it'd unsettle a team. Falcao doesn't know where his future lies. He's on loan at 28 years of age, and he's just never really found his club, has he, Falcao? You know, he's jumped around from club to club, went to Monaco, which was a strange move. I don't think anybody saw him going to Monaco, but obviously with the money that they have, it's not a shock that he did in the end. James Rodriguez obviously went there. You know, it's just those decisions. But you know, James Rodriguez is getting the money that he did at Monaco, probably at Real Madrid now. But you know, he deserves it because he did great in the World Cup. But, well, I say he deserves it, but footballers do get a lot of money. So, you know, in terms of footballers, he does deserve it. So, but then Falcao, you know, and you know, people are already saying it's like halfway through the season. Is that Falcao's last chance in a Man U shirt against Preston? You know, he didn't really do anything. Don't really offer much up front on his own. I don't know, maybe it's just the type of team. Maybe they don't have the kind of pace that he likes to play with and everything else. But you know, you can imagine him just like, I don't know, just like being one of those players that goes to the Qatarian league and then you just never hear about him again because he's just sort of fizzled out of football. And you know, it's just a shame to see something like that, because he was great at Porto, great at Madrid, and then moved. So but obviously his future's uncertain, so that might have a negative effect on the squad. And you know, like players playing out of position, Valencia's playing at right back.
Off that player. Wayne Routledge, Britain. Attacking now. Defender hasn't done well at all. Still in play here. Boni. Substitute coming on for Manchester United. Leon Britton. Very exciting, nail-biting, because one slip and the title will go to their big rivals. Hang on in there.
Yeah, one of those matches that you don't particularly enjoy playing in. It's all about getting the necessary result.
On to the attack now. have been a dangerous pass. Knew exactly where he wanted to head that. Great opportunity, in with a chance. Robin van Persie. And looking at my watch, 4 minutes left. Gylfi Sigurdsson. Wilfried Bony. Angel Di Maria. Angel Di Maria never shirked the responsibility with the ball, always wanted to get at the opposition in Brazil. And that makes him such a... Got to be! They scored! What a good goal they've scored here too, and to increase their chances of prolonging this contest. And the opposition could have beaten them today and beaten them out of sight and won the title, but we've seen a great response.
Yeah, I mean, it's the atmosphere in which they're playing this match. You can taste the anxiety in the stadium, and they've done really well so far.
Well, their attacking midfield players have done very well today. He's been rather responsible, and the referee is now indicating the substitution is going to take place. And the manager's made his decision. He's going off.
Yeah, and I think probably he's the victim of a poor team performance as much as anything else. He wasn't at his best, but wasn't helped by his teammates.
Routledge. Timely challenge. Falcao. Simple save from an ambitious effort. Falcao. Room for the cross. He's going to cross it. Trying to find Van Persie. Van Persie. Well, the goalkeeper's keeping them in the game.
Yeah, I mean, if that one had gone in, I think it would have been...
Final whistle, and Manchester United have won.
I hope you've enjoyed your trip to our stadium. Thanks for coming.
Well, amazingly, we've got a